Hey, this video is a showcase of my major projects related to game development. Smaller prototypes and demos that I've made are not included, and projects not related to game development that I've done, such as web apps, are also not included. And you can find itch.io or GitHub links to most of the mentioned projects in the description. Enjoy. Mutant Fortune is a top-down 2D shooter made in Unity with various unique weapons which have unique skills and also a bit of a story. It's got a lot of different features like the basic top-down movement and shooting, but also you can jump in top-down. We made an entire city as sort of a hub area for things like shops and etc. There are separate weapons and item shops. There is a minimap/radar with the ability to navigate to locations. There is a story quest with NPC interactions and combat. The infinite forest is literally infinite because it's procedurally generated with continuously spawning enemies. Getting high scores in there is basically how the player can earn in-game currency at the moment. And the high scores are stored in a cloud database, so there is a leaderboard for it. Though there is no multiplayer. It's even got audio and video options and in-game statistics screen. It's basically a vertical slice of a product. It was actually a college project made by me and four of my friends together, and we ended up being first runner-up in the college project expo. Caught in 4D is a 2D puzzle platformer made in Unity where you have the ability to control time. So, time is the fourth dimension. That's why Caught in 4D. Ironically, since the game is 2D, it would actually be the third dimension, but ignore that. This was made for a game jam called Jam Jam, specifically the 33rd Jam Jam, and the theme was out of time. The idea was you go out of the flow of time, and hence you have the ability to stop and move time back and forth independently of the player character. And it was made in 4 days. This is a simple maze solving game made in Unity where you roll the ball around to get it to the end by tilting the entire maze with the mouse. And there is a time limit because you need to be able to fail somehow. The mazes are procedurally generated each time you play. This was mainly an exercise for me, first of all, making something in 3D because I have only done 2D up to that point, and second, the maze generation algorithm, which is a graph based depth first search recursive algorithm. I even made a cool visualization of the maze being generated, which you will see later. The idea for Cybernesis was a 2D action platformer set in a cyberpunk style world and a limited dark color palette for the art, but with a few bright colors popping out. The main character has a telekinetic ability which could be used for combat and puzzles. I implemented the telekinesis, which I like the way it works. It may not be the most accurate physics wise, but even Newton's third law works in it, where the player gets moved around if the object cannot, and an attempt at procedural walk animation for an enemy. The timing between each leg isn't synchronized though, and the project was quickly abandoned after that. Spacetime Breaker is a simple game made in Python using the Pygame library. It was made for the OLC CodeJam 2021 with the theme of time. The player is a spaceship with controls similar to Flappy Bird, and you have the ability to jump a few seconds into the future, which can be used to dodge the lasers and collisions with incoming enemy ships. And these are certainly not my best runs. A simple falling sand simulation written in C using Raylib. You may notice it works a little different from other programs like this. Conventionally, the state of the simulation space is updated all at once. Basically, you make a copy of the state and read from the previous state when updating each cell. But in this one, it's updated in place from bottom up, which is why entire blobs of sand can continuously fall together instead of scattering like they would. And each row updates right to left, so there is a bias for the cells where they fall faster on one side than other. You can also pause the time and step through each frame. The brush selection and the size slider are manually implemented immediate mode GUI components using Raylib by just drawing shapes and taking mouse input.